Alright, hey everyone, it is Monday, April 27th, and I'm trying to get a good picture here. It's funny because I'm trying to look at just frame it right. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this is because I just took this camera outside for a walk. I went, I needed to do some food shopping. And so I walked down to Stop and Shop. And so what I did though is I recorded my walk in video. But what happened was the camera, sometimes it just turns itself off. So it turned off after about 4 minutes. And I started it and I knew I, couldn't go the full 28. So now I've got to go like 2.5 minutes to complete the 28 minutes. I've got about 1:30. I hope you guys are having a good day. This is going to be cable cast on Tuesday. Oh, actually, it's Monday. Sorry, I said it was Tuesday. So it's Monday, April 27th. So yeah, no, it'll be an interesting episode if I can give it a bit of an introduction. I get into just it's not really about the world and stuff. I try to make the episodes a bit more relevant to what's going on, but I was just, I guess, maybe distracted by everything. So all right. What else? Yeah, I didn't sleep all that well last night. Maybe got 4 hours, so I'll probably try to catch some sleep. A little while. Then I got a meditation group at 2. Then I've got a Jen's group at 7 and my group at 9. So a lot of Zooming, which is nice. And so it should be a good day. Again, I hope you guys are doing well. And I'll see you tomorrow on Daily Coronavirus Driven Mindset. This is George Ortega. Have a great day again. Thanks. All right, hey everyone. This is Monday, April 27th, and it's about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm going off to do some food shopping, and I just thought that it might be an interesting idea to record my journey. This is a daily coronavirus-driven mind stuff. There's cable casts on White Plains Community Media, Channel 76, Optimum, 45 Verizon, every Monday through Friday at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. rather. Okay, anyway, so you will hear my sound get garbled as cars go by, like it's going to happen right now. But I just thought you'd appreciate this view of White Plains. And it's interesting because it is 6:30 in the morning, so there's very few cars out and very few people out. But this isn't really much different from how it is during midday even. I mean, there's a few more cars, not too many more people. So it's cold out. Temperature says 41, but the real feel is like 27, so I'm bundled up. I'm bundled up as if it were winter. Again, it's almost May, and it's all right. Okay. Well, you got the Corona truck. That's an interesting kind of a connection to have that truck be out there while filming this. And in the distance you can't really see, but there are the 4 towers and like planes, 4 big buildings about 40 stories tall. I think one of them's 32, the other one's like 42, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, the supermarket, and I am going to Stop and Shop today because they opened at 7:30, whereas shop right where I usually shop, and I'm actually shopping much less of the time. It opens at 8. All I have to get is four jars of peanuts. I'm a vegan, so nuts, including walnuts and cashews and other nuts, are part of my diet. I thought I bought some cashews from Amazon. I never remember having received them. But anyway, I've got to, get some nuts. And then, like, I ordinarily don't take the bus, but I think probably in a couple of weeks or so I'll take it to Trader Joe's on Central Avenue to get some nuts, like, because if I don't have them, I'll get some cashews and whatever. But yeah, so nuts and legumes like beans, are a major part of my diet. Grains, and I'm eating a lot more vegetables than I did before. So, okay, so another car coming by. What you see, we're heading up to that St. Matthew's Church, which is Lutheran, and Martin Luther apparently believed that we don't have a free will. I got to put my glove completely on. I had my thumb. All right, the video just cut out, because I put my glove on and apparently turned itself off, and so this camera, when the screen goes off, at least the setting is to turn itself off. So I guess what that means is that I'm not going to go the full 28 minutes on this segment. I'm going to basically append what I just recorded, which must have been about 5 minutes. This is the old lie. They're going to tear this down to build some apartments. It's been around for a long time, but they couldn't make the rent in recent years. But so anyway, yeah, I will record this another maybe 15 minutes, and then when I get back home, I will append this to the other episode, and then I'm going to have to record the last segment from home, which will be fine. So some guys coming in my direction, so I'm getting all the way to the right, giving some space, and also I'm going to point the camera away from them, because by copyright laws, when you're filming in public, you can film people incidentally, but probably not if it's at all avoidable. So, hey, how you doing? So, alright, I wanted to show you this. This is just kind of really ironically funny. This is, I pass this every day going into town. It's a beeline system bus stop. And in 3 days, all in for riding the beeline. Seniors ride for free April 30th, ages 65 and over. I'm 62, so that's not me. But the funny thing about that is that we've been riding for free for about a month already. We basically have to board the bus through the back door, and they're not charging anything. So that's just a funny kind of an irony. This is post Maple Avenue, sorry. Gotta head to Whole Foods sometime. That's where I get some of my foods, like my tahini, and actually I just I'm deciding to get I ordered some things through Amazon, and for the first time they didn't come. I don't know what happened to the package. I got refunded. I got an email, but this time I just redirected the delivery to. They have an Amazon locker there that basically. So I have to head over there when I get an email saying it's in to pick it up. It's basically a USB cable and a USB hub to give me more line for one of my cameras for recording inside. And anyway, I'm not sure how interested you are in all this, but this is the show today. This is figured be an interesting thing to do, and I've been thinking actually of taking a bike ride, but the problem is I don't have, sometimes like there's an attachment that you put onto the helmet that will hold a camera. I just don't have one of those. I may have to order it through Amazon. So maybe in a few weeks, in which case I'll just I haven't ridden my bike for a while. I was using it to get to synagogue, the synagogues are about a mile to about a mile and a half away from me. So that'll be fun. All right, we're coming upon we're building this 12-story retail, I think it's apartment and retail and maybe business offices also on the corner of Mamaroneck and Post Roads. They have, ordinarily you see that big crane. Ordinarily on a site, on a construction site, I just see one of them. But apparently this is a big, site space-wise, and it'll comprise two buildings, maybe one office buildings and the other apartments. So they've got two of those cranes. I'll show you in a minute. So they're already starting to work, But okay, again, I gotta hold this as steady as I can for your viewing pleasure. Whoa! All right, so maybe you can see a better picture. That's one of the cranes, and the crane behind it, you can't really. There you can see it now, and the two big buildings behind it. All right, so now I'm seeing some more people, and they're crossing the street, and I'm about to cross Post Road. And again, I got a good bit of walking in front of me if I am to get to Stop and Shop at 7:30. It's still kind of early, and I don't mind because this is great exercise. I may not be out again today. I want to show you something. I've got to I tried to call the mayor once to tell him about this. I walk by this every day. I call it like the walk of death. There's like this roofed, passageway across the street. And I will cross the street purposely not to go in it because, I don't know if you can tell, but they have these bars, these vertical bars and horizontal bars every maybe 6 feet or so. So once you're in there, once you're crossing in that aisle, the aisle is maybe 3-4 feet wide, whatever, maybe 5 feet, whatever, but the point is, if you're halfway in it and there's somebody walking the other direction, well, you better do a Pac-Man and reverse course. Otherwise, you can't avoid being within 2 feet of the person coming your direction. So, that's, so I really should, so I tried to call the mayor, but I think I called on an weekend and they didn't have an email, voicemail set up apparently. I don't know. So I maybe just send them an email. It's a quick email. So okay, yeah, it's a nice day. it definitely is a nice day. And it's overcast, which is fine. So let's see what's going on. I'm not going to talk about White Plains this entire episode. And it's 8 minutes into it. I guess the last time this camera was on, it must have been about 5 minutes. So that's about half the show. I'll do maybe another 10 minutes and turn it off just to play it safe. So what else? Dollar Tree. This is where I get my shampoo. Shampoo, just like things I'm going to throw $1. And speaking of shampoo, yes, I am absolutely going to grow my hair long. Wow, it's open at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shortened hours. So yeah, I'm going to grow my hair long. That should be fun. Go back to the 70s, and it'll be interesting because I'm doing these shows every day, and it'll be interesting to chronicle that or whatever. But so I'm zooming. Zooming is so amazing. It's so much fun. And yesterday, at around 10:30 to about 11:30 at night, I joined a Zoom room that was out of Miami, and it was pretty cool. It was like a brief documentary by a couple of guys who produced it about a comedian, just going to one of his gigs, and they show him in there telling a few jokes. And basically, there were about a dozen of us in the room, about 6 guys, 6 women, and we watched the video, and the producer and the comedian, the 2 producers and the comedian were there, and so like they were talking about it. These are like, I call them kids, or they're men and women in their 20s, maybe 30s, and they're, one of them went to film school, and they're just they actually have a series, and I might as well promote them. I think what the name of the series is called Respect the Light, and basically it's about this guy's walking across the street, so I'm going to give him some. 6 feet, dude. So and the guy's coming right at me, and again, I'm very careful to stay away from people. I just don't like people walking into me. Anyway, so like it's Respect the Light, and I think, and they're on Prime, Amazon Prime Video. It's a series. I don't know how many episodes they have, but I should check that out. Whoops. All right. So again, I gotta what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep walking, and it's gonna take a while. This is like what is this? Martin Avenue. Okay. Again, I'm trying to avoid filming people, but it's not all that possible always. So anyways, that was a great, kind of like an event. And I am, that's like, this is my new art form, and actually I am pleased to be playing bass again. Oh, this is like such a self-indulgent, episode. I'm just talking about myself. I'm out here filming everything else, but I really do prefer when I do these episodes to talk about something that is of more common interest, like the coronavirus and all that. So, but what can I tell you? And when it gets nicer, in addition to finding some kind of a camera holder, phone holder for my bike helmet, I think I've got a small tripod, portable tripod that I can carry with me, and then basically just set myself up in a park, hopefully in a place that is not too noisy, and maybe even bring one of those tube chairs that I had to sit down in, and I'll do an episode out in a park. That'll be a fun thing to do. So okay, so it's like 13 minutes, which I guess is about 18 minutes into this, and I really, I'm gonna have to walk, because this is another one of the big buildings. Whoa, it goes really high, and there's a restaurant up there that obviously is closed now, called 42, and Grace Church has been a mainstay of our community. They have a soup kitchen, and so yeah, this is like Main Street, the other main drag. I mean, there's three main drags. There's Mamaroneck Avenue is the main one. Then there's Post Road and Main Street. So this goes up to where the Walmart was. I used to shop there a lot because I have such great prices, and people would complain that they don't provide their employees such high wages and benefits. And I get that also, but the other part is that they manufacture many of their items overseas, which some people some people may not necessarily what do you call it, but I ask myself, well, are you a human being first or an American first? And because I'm a human being first, I understand that, yes, it's great when we have jobs here, when everyone has a job, when we manufacture some stuff here. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of times, because manufacturing is overseas to a great extent, not only do we get lower prices, but people who would be, otherwise so poor that they could starve or just not have health care and all, they're able to live. Whereas if people are unemployed here in the United States, we have an excellent safety net, so people are not starving, out of not working. And now naturally, I'm glad I'm getting political with this, because that's how I enjoy doing this. So, and I only have 5 minutes left. My main concern when we open up is the 26 million people have filed for unemployment claims, and let's say 75% of them return to jobs. I imagine some jobs won't be there for them anymore. Unemployment is now 20%, and so I'm very strongly guessing that just like after the Great Depression, the government had to step in and create a massive jobs program, we'll be doing the same thing. So, if many of our manufacturing jobs are overseas now, and if some jobs just won't be available, perhaps our restaurant industry will be a bit less populated. We really do have to find jobs, and good jobs for everyone. And it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. I mean, a lot, I think, will be in construction, because the infrastructure of this country has been allowed to deteriorate throughout the country. Roads, bridges, tunnels, things like that. So this would be a great opportunity to get all that done. And naturally, we want to finally address climate change. I think the one good thing about this coronavirus, or actually more than one good thing, is that the people who have been stopping us from addressing climate change are going to have a lot less leverage. in politics after this. They're going to have a lot less money, a lot less influence, and our politics post-coronavirus distancing lockdown is, well, it's going to have to be based much more on what needs to be done rather than what corporations and very rich, powerful people would like us to do and not do. So again, this may be a godsend for future generations, that it really wakes us up that not only do we have to stop factory farming and the torturing of 60 billion animals a year, but I mean some of them may not be quote unquote tortured, but they're all just, even fish in fish farms, they're like confined to these pools in very unnatural conditions, and they've done tests where that stresses them out severely. It's just so unnatural for them, so wrong. Anyway, so yeah, we will be addressing climate change and ending factory farming. That will please God, and it will, apart from this theological perspective, keep us safe from future pandemics. And people are going to get, again, like I've said this so many times. People are going to get that basically we're going to absolutely have to end factory farming to be safe from these pandemics. And of course that means investing in the cultured clean meat, at least 10, 20, 30 billion now. Fast track the research, get these products in supermarkets in 2, 3, or 4 years rather than 10, 11, or 12 if we stay at the current rate of investment. All right, so yeah, I'm going to end this pretty soon. I'm walking down North Broadway again because I'm going to go to Stop and Shop today rather than ShopRite. Hardly ever go to Stop and Shop because it's further, from where I live. It's not, it's really Stop and Shop is where if you have a car, they have free parking there, where like ShopRite is more for people, those of us who live in the city. All right, so you've got like Four Main Medical Center here. I think I get some emails from them, whatever, text messages. All right, so I'm going to end this because I'm not, I don't want to go over. I don't mind going under. I'm just trying to see how much time we have left. 20, yeah. All right, so I will just finish this up when I get home, and I hope you guys are having a great evening.